Hello. In this video we will learn some basics of Google Sheets. What you learn here will mostly hold true for Excel as well. In this video we will learn how to input data into cells and how to make sheets do calculations for us. We have open in front of us a blank Google Sheet. Nothing at all is on it. We see that there are all these little boxes, which are called cells. To fill up a box, we click on it. Once we've clicked on it, we can type something into it. We will type the letter X into this box. Now that we are done inputting what we want into this box, we must hit enter. Trying to click onto a different box is a mistake, as you'll soon understand why. So we hit enter, and now X appears in the box. Now I'll click the box next to it, type a Y, and hit enter again. Great, these two boxes are now filled. I will be using them as titles for the columns. Now, for X, I want to make a bunch of X values, and I'll start with 0. Again, I hit enter. Now, I could enter a 1 into the next box and a 2 into the next box, and so on and so forth until I get to 20, or whatever number is good enough. But that is obviously kind of a pain. There is a much better way to do this. I will click on the next box, and I will write an equal sign. This equal sign tells the box that it must do some kind of calculation, which I have to now specify. What I want to do is I want the box below the 0 box to be 1 more than the box above it, so that it will be 1. To do this, I click the box with the 0 in it. Do you see that the box I'm working in now has an A2 in it? That means that my box will now be working with whatever value is in the box A2, which is the first column and second row, the box right above mine. Now I add 1 to this, and I hit enter. See? Now I have the value 1 in that box, since it is referencing the value in the box above it, which is 0, and it is adding 1 to it. So it's nice that I got the value I wanted for this box by using a different box, but how does this actually save us any work? In fact, it seems like more work. Well, watch what I do next. Do you see this blue square in the bottom right corner of the cell? I'm going to click it and drag it downward. Boom! Suddenly, I filled my whole column with subsequent values. Listen to how this works. When I told the box with the 1 to reference the box with the 0, I wasn't actually telling it to reference box A2 specifically. In reality, I was telling it to reference the box right above it. This is how references in Sheets in Excel works. They look at the relative position of cells to each other. So now, when I drag that blue box downward, I'm telling all other cells that I drag over to do the same thing. Look at the cell above you and add 1 to that value. So now, I have a bunch of X values. Let's now use these X values to calculate some Y values. Let's do this by using the equation of a line with slope 2. The equation of such a line is simply 2 times X. So we will click on the first cell in the Y column, after the title of course, and we will write an equal sign. Then we will type the number 2 followed by a star. That star means multiplication. Now what will we multiply it by? Well, for the equation of the line, we want to multiply it by X, which is a variable that can be any number. For our purposes, we have a column of different X values which we will use. So we choose the X value that is immediately to our left by clicking that cell and hit enter. Ta-da! We have that 0 times 2 equals 0. Now we can apply the same equation to all columns that we have an X for, so let me drag this all the way down. There we go. We have now calculated 2 times X for all of our X points. Again, each Y cell is referencing the cell immediately to its left and multiplying it by 2. And that's it for this video.